very disrespectful. They're just throwing a pin at the reporter. And there's been a lot of questions that I want you to answer that people were wondering if that particular incident could be brought into court, because I think that would certainly help the plaintiff in this case. And it turns out I don't think that's the case. What do you make of that?
No, I don't think that what you do after is indicative of what you did before, right? And unfortunately, the jury is in a position where they have a very limited scope of information that they're allowed to consider to determine whether or not the standard of proof has been met. And what she did.
This is where Cardi B throws the pin at the photographer for telling her that Offset put another baby up inside of her, though she was with the other athlete player at that time.
As the court said, admonishing her for something that she did outside of the presence of the jury and outside of the courthouse, quite frankly, is not only inappropriate but not relevant to the lawsuit before us today.
Yeah, and that kind of goes to the point during the trial. The judge wouldn't allow the plaintiff to bring in any of her background. Cardi's had some issues in the past. I believe there was a misdemeanor case that she pled out on. She had some other issues. And then you'll do the judge's ruling again. It kind of goes and dovetails with what you're talking about. The judge said, hey, plaintiff, you should not bring in any information regarding showing her tendency to maybe react in a way that was violent in other circumstances.
That type of evidence, this idea that because I mishandled prior situations, I mishandled this one, is inflammatory in nature. It shifts the focus from the fact of this particular case, this particular incident, and it forces the defendant to litigate all of these prior incidents that may not have any relevance here. I think the judge is absolutely correct in focusing the jury's attention on the issues and the facts before them, and the issues and the facts related to that day and the plaintiff's alleged damages thereafter. That's at the heart of the case. That's what the plaintiff has to prove. That's what the defendant has to defend against. Not everything that may have happened 50 years before, 50 years later in the pre-mountain prison. That's not relevant.
All right, Gabrielle, let's stand by here. We'll take a break. We are awaiting a verdict in the Cardi B civil assault trial. The jury has let the court know they do have a verdict after 55 minutes of deliberation. They will come into court to deliver that. We have to wait 10 minutes before we can bring it to you.
Sleepy ass Cardi B.
We'll have more closing arguments in the Cardi B civil assault trial as well. Will the jury believe that she assaulted a former security guard at a Beverly Hills doctor's office? Plus, we'll have a story of a University of Kentucky cheerleader. She faced charges after her newborn is found dead and hidden inside of a closet. I believe in a plastic bag. Details on her arrest over the weekend.